Very good afternoon. This is the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. I am Ashwarya with you. All the developing news stories at the top of this hour coming up ahead. First up, the headlines. Karnataka Assembly resumes discussion on confidence motion moved by Chief Minister Kumaraswamy. Governor asks Kumaraswamy to prove majority by 1:30 p.m. today. Media reports say 20 MLAs continue to skip the session. In Lok Sabha, Right to Information Amendment Bill 2019, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Bill 2019 and the Banning of Unregulated Deposit Schemes Bill 2019 introduced. House to discuss Protection of Human Rights Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. Flood situation in Bihar resonates in Rajya Sabha during 0 hour. Members demand a permanent solution for the floods. Several issues of public importance raised during question hour. Flood toll shoots up to 114 in Assam and Bihar. Over 1 crore people affected in both states. Met Department issues red alert in 3 Kerala districts for heavy rain. And Centre and Assam government move Supreme Court seeking extension of 31st of July deadline for the finalization of National Register of Citizens. Seek additional time to scrutinize people wrongly included in the draft NRC. Karnataka political crisis continues to be our top focus, and Karnataka Assembly has resumed discussion on the confidence motion seeking to prove a majority of the Congress-JDS coalition government in the state. Now, the motion was moved by Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy on Thursday. And in his speech seeking the trust vote, Kumaraswamy charged that an atmosphere was created from day one that his government will go and that it was unstable. Well, according to media reports, 20 MLAs continue to be absent from the Karnataka Assembly, same as yesterday. On Thursday, the House was adjourned without taking a vote on the motion till today morning at the Assembly, witnessed uproar several times. The MLAs led by B.S. Yediyurappa also resorted to overnight dharna in the Vidhan Sauda building, and they were protesting against the adjournment of the Assembly proceedings. And earlier, the Governor wrote to Chief Minister to prove the majority on the floor of the Assembly before 1:30 p.m. today. The JDS-Congress coalition government has been reduced to a minority after 16 rebel MLAs of the coalition submitted their resignations to the Speaker. 2 independent MLAs have also withdrawn their support, thereby bringing down the strength of the coalition to 101. Meanwhile, Speaker K.R. Ramesh Kumar has dismissed the suggestion that he was trying to delay the vote on the confidence motion. All right, let's get a perspective on this story. We have with us Smita Prakash, editor ANI, joining us for more. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, the Karnataka ruling coalition has, time till 1:30 p.m. according to the governor to prove its majority. This is a trust vote that is almost certain to lose. How do you see the day unfolding in the Karnataka Assembly today?
Look, we're under an hour before the voting is supposed to take place, but it doesn't look like any of the speeches are going to end because the CM speech went beyond an hour, and now the Congress person is speaking. He's Krishna Bairegowda, and he's quoting from several texts, and he's talking about the constitutional validity of the governor asking for the trust vote to be done and the speaker taking the decision. Very emotionally charged speeches are going on right now, and the speaker doesn't look to be very much in a hurry. The BJP benches, they are discussing about the speech and whether this validity part which Krishna Bairegowda has brought up, to say that the governor he said, according to him, which he read out a portion of, I think, a Supreme Court ruling in which says that the governor cannot, quote, manufacture any business to transact and in the House. So he says that it is the decision of the Speaker and the Governor should not have interfered, and what he did was wrong. And in very veiled manner, he has said that Governor has no confidence now of the Council of Ministers, and he has gone beyond the ambit of his rule. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a vote even at 1:30. I don't know whether, because the Speaker just said a short while ago that he will allow everybody to speak. So really don't know where this is going now.
Absolutely. It is a lot of confusion, political crisis. There seems to be no let-up. Of course, the time given by the governor is till 1:30, but as Smita Prakash, editor ANI, was telling us, there seems to be no movement on the floor test. We have to wait and watch what really happens in the Karnataka Assembly today. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us and giving all the updates on that big story. And on to news on the budget session of Parliament. Well, as soon as the Rajya Sabha met for the day today, flood situation in Bihar resonated in the upper house during 0 hour, and raising the issue of floods, Ramnath Thakur of the JDU and CB Thakur of the BJP demanded permanent solution for floods. Heavy rainfalls, remember, have led to floods in several parts of the country, including Bihar and Assam, killing over 114 people in both the states. Meanwhile, Muhammad Ali Khan of the Congress requested the government to revive all India flight, Air India flight from Lucknow to Delhi, which was eventually shut down. And BJD's Prashanta Nanda sought the help of the government for funds and also cyclone-resistant technology in Odisha.
हम आपसे निवेदन करना चाहते हैं आपके माध्यम से सरकार से कि आपदा घोषित हो, और यह भी निवेदन करना चाहते हैं कि बहुत दिनों से लंबित है भारत और नेपाल के बीच में हाई डैम बनना, तो समयबद्ध के अनुसार, समय सीमा के अनुसार भारत सरकार और नेपाल सरकार बातचीत करे, आपसे निवेदन है, और हाई डैम बनाने का कृपा करे।
3 इसमें प्लेयर हैं जो इस लोगों को उम्मीद है कि इसको सुलझा सकते हैं। एक तो भारतवर्ष की सरकार, एक बिहार की सरकार और एक जो है तो नेपाल की सरकार, और तीनों से मिल करके, और इसका बहुत दिन हो गया, अब इसका समाधान निकालना चाहिए। तो मैं आपसे यही निवेदन करता हूँ आपके माध्यम से कि सरकार इसको जल्दी इस पर कुछ काम करे और बिहार की जनता का जो कष्ट है उसको दूर करे।
So Haryana in Haryana in 2010 only 6 couples took refuge. This rose in 2014, it rose to 1,465 couples seeking refuge. But sir, unless we as lawmakers not just enact laws but also show a way to society that this is the only way for social integration, we should stand up and speak and not just leave it to NGOs. So all of us need to stand up and speak on this, whether in the social form or here.
The bead villages are villages of wombless women. Sir, this is something very serious. And worse, sir, the contractor who hires them pays them 20 to 30,000 rupees loan to get the hysterectomies done. Sir, the National Women's Commission has issued an order to the Chief Secretary of Maharashtra who is seeking an inquiry, but I urge the Government of India also to take serious note and investigate whether such practices are happening elsewhere in the country.
इमारतें गिर रही हैं और उनमें लोगों की मृत्यु हो रही है। दिल्ली में आग लगने से इमारतों में नुकसान हो रहा है, गिर रही हैं और लोगों की मृत्यु हो रही है। ये एक बहुत ही सीरियस मामला होता जा रहा है। इसकी ओर मैं केंद्र सरकार का ध्यान आकर्षित करवाना चाहती हूँ।
जितने महानगरों में या शहरों में बिल्डिंग है, उसके लिए अकाउंटेबिलिटी फिक्स की जाए कि अगर इमारतें गिरती हैं तो कौन सा इंजीनियर, कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट, कौन सा ऑफिसर जिम्मेदार है, या कोऑर्सिव एक्शन लिया जाए। कंस्ट्रक्टिव यह है कि इसके 2 पक्ष हैं। कुछ सेवानिवृत्त लोग, बुजुर्ग लोग रहते हैं, इमारतें पुरानी होती हैं, उनके पास कोई साधन नहीं होता है। ऐसे लोगों को मंत्रालय या सरकार कम लोन पे, कम इंटरेस्ट पे ऐसा साधन उपलब्ध कराए जिससे अपने घर की मरम्मत करा सके।
Moreover, one of the recommendations in the new education policy is this next examination. It is still under discussion. No decision has been arrived at. while that be the situation, how could the union government take that into a new thing? So, sir, this will totally deter the students who are aspiring to become doctors. So, I urge the government, we shall not give many more young lives to commit to suicide because of this. So, we urge again, kindly drop this proposal of next test and allow the students as they are now.
All right, our colleague Panchanan Mishra is now joining us live from Parliament. Panchanan, speaking about Rajya Sabha, we saw important issues were raised during both zero hour as well as question hour in the pre-lunch session, and it's Friday, so it is day also for the private members' legislation. What can we expect in the post-lunch session now?
Yes, Ashwarya, it was a very good discussion during the zero hour and also question hour. First of all, during zero hour, the issue of flood in Bihar was raised, and many members from JDU and Congress and also from BJP raised this issue, and they demanded there should be a permanent solution to this problem, because three stakeholders are there. One is the Nepal government, Indian government and the state government of Bihar, and the situation of flood is continuous since many years. So it has to be resolved, and this was the important issue raised. And during question hour, the questions related to food subsidy was asked, and Minister replied to it. And also, as you discussed that it's being a private member day, so at House is adjourned up to 2:30, and at 2:30 there will be a resolution on private members, and MP Vijay Pal Tomar, he will bring his resolution regarding farmers' plight and welfare to farmer also, and he is demanding through his resolution Rashtriya Kisan Ayog basically. And there is also a proposal that all agriculture equipment should be out of GST, and also there should be an award like Bharat Ratna in the field of agriculture. So the important private member legislation business day is here, and as we witnessed in last Friday, there was very good discussion on the private member bill. So we are hoping that it will be a good resolution discussion on it.
All right, stay with us, Panchanan. We'll just come back to you. Meanwhile, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu has appealed to all political parties to give the names for standing committee at the earliest.
The Secretariat, Parliament Affairs Minister, we have written letter to political parties asking them to give names for the standing committees. I'm sorry to say, in spite of the reminder now, some of the parties are yet to give. I don't want to name the parties, that's not my purpose also. So I appeal to all political parties, please give your names at the earliest so that we can set up standing committees at the earliest.
And in Rajya Sabha also, private members' business will be taken up in the second half of the session. Now members Vijay Pal Singh Tomar, Ripun Bora, Hanumantaiah, Amar Shankar Sable, and Harnath Singh Yadav will move bills on issues including farmers' welfare, racial discrimination against people from the northeastern states, primary education, formulation of child safety norms for urban areas, and the formulation of a stringent population control policy. And 4 bills are listed in today's agenda in the Lok Sabha. Now, these bills are of the 4 bills. 3 were introduced in the House in the first half of the session. The Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Bill 2019 to provide for the protection of rights of transgender persons and their welfare was introduced by the Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, Thawar Chand Gehlot. The Banning of Unregulated Deposit Schemes Bill 2019 to provide for comprehensive mechanism to ban unregulated deposit schemes to protect the interests of depositors was introduced by Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. And the Right of Information Amendment Bill 2019 to amend the Right of Information Act 2005 was introduced by Jitendra Singh. And the Protection of Human Rights Amendment Bill 2019 to amend the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 is listed for consideration and passing. And the House will also take up private members' bills, including a bill on measures for the utilization of water resources by BJP MP Annapurna Devi, and a special economic development scheme for Jangal Mahal region in West Bengal by BJP MP from Bankura, Subhas Sarkar. Let's go back to Panchanan Mishra, who's joining us from Parliament. Panchanan, also in Rajya Sabha, we witnessed a very productive pre-lunch session. 4 bills are listed in today's agenda in Rajya Sabha. Of these, 3 were introduced in the House in the first session, and the fourth is going to be taken up in the post-lunch. Of course, the private members' legislations also going to be taken up.
Exactly. In Lok Sabha, first of all, there was a question hour, but there was a little bit of disruption due to this Karnataka issue, and Congress member raised the issue of Karnataka, and also there was a walkout on this same issue. But later on, the members raised their issues during 0 hour, and as you mentioned that 2 bills were introduced, 3 government bills were in business for introduction. So 2 bills from it has been introduced. One belongs to unregulated deposit, and second is amendment to RTI. However, we saw that in the introduction of this RTI bill, there was opposition from the opposition benches, and they were opposing for this introduction, and for this there was a division also took place. But finally, the bill managed to be introduced, and in this afternoon, when there will be a private member resolution, a private member day, so there will be a discussion on interlinking of Ken-Betwa river. So it's an important day, and we have to see that what kind of proceedings will be there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Panchanan. So very productive day in both Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha in the pre-lunch session, and we are hoping that this productivity will continue to be the same in the post-lunch session as well. And the ongoing session of the 17th Lok Sabha has been the most productive in the last 20 years, with the lower house registering 128% productivity till Tuesday. Lok Sabha members discussed the general budget for 17 hours, demands for grants for the Ministry of Railways for 13 hours, and for the Ministry of Road and Transport for 7.44 hours. And according to Speaker Om Birla, members discussed demands for grants for Rural Development and Agriculture Ministry for 10.36 hours and issues related to Sports and Youth Ministry for 4.14 hours. And a total of 162 members raised issues during the extended 0 hour on Thursday, which went on for 4 hours and 50 minutes before the House was adjourned at 10:50 p.m.
162 माननीय सदस्यों ने 0 ओवर में 4 घंटे और 50 मिनट में अपनी बात रही। इसके लिए मैं सभी माननीय सदस्य जो अंतिम समय तो उनको
आपका विशेष धन्यवाद।
माननीय पार्लियामेंट अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर, हम सरकार की तरफ से माननीय स्पीकर साहब को भी और सभी स्टाफ को भी मैं धन्यवाद समर्पित करता हूं। सभा की कार्रवाई कल दिनांक 19 जुलाई 2019 को सुबह 11 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
All right, let's get you some other news now. Centre and the Assam government moved the Supreme Court today, seeking the extension of 31st of July deadline for the finalization of National Register of Citizens. Appearing on behalf of the central government, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta told the top court that India cannot be the refugee capital of the world. And he sought sample verification of the citizens included in the NRC, saying that lakhs of people have been wrongly included in areas bordering Bangladesh due to the involvement of local officers. And the flood fury in Bihar and Assam has left over 1 crore people in the throes of despair, even as the death toll has climbed to 114. The swollen rivers in the 2 states have washed down villages, towns and livelihoods of the 2 states. Now in Bihar, the death toll from floods shot up to 78, with 11 more casualties reported during the last 24 hours. Altogether, 18 people have died in Sitamarhi district alone on the Indo-Nepal border. And over the last few days, the state is grappling with flash floods caused by torrential rains in Nepal. And in Assam, over 54 lakh people were affected as the floods claimed 9 more lives, taking the number of those dead during the current spell of monsoon to 36. More than 2.26 lakh people have been displaced, and they are taking shelter in more than 1,000 relief camps that have been set up, with large areas of 28 of the state's 33 districts affected. And with the 2 more deaths in Meghalaya, the toll in floods in the state has risen to 8, 1.55 lakh people have been affected by the deluge. Meanwhile, in Kerala, the Met Department has sounded a red alert in 3 districts which are likely to receive extremely heavy rainfall in the next 2 to 3 days. And a day after the International Court of Justice at The Hague urged Pakistan to grant consular access to Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav, Islamabad on Thursday said that Jadhav will be granted the right to get in touch with the diplomats and officials from India. In a statement, Pakistan Foreign Ministry said that modalities are being worked out to grant Jadhav consular access in accordance with the Vienna Convention. Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan contended that his government shall proceed in the matter as per law. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Thursday asked Islamabad to immediately grant consular access to Jadhav, saying that the ICJ clearly mentioned that the judgment is final, binding and without appeal.
Frankly, it seems to me that they are reading from a completely different verdict. The main verdict is in 42 pages. If there is no patience to go through the 42 pages, I think they should go through the 7-page press release, where each and every point has been ruled in favor of India. I don't think there is any confusion on that account. I think they have their own compulsions as to why they have to lie to their own people.
Shri Kulbhushan Jadhav is innocent of the charges levelled against him. No forced confession, that too without legal representation and due process, will change this fact. We once again call upon Pakistan to release and repatriate him forthwith. I am confident that the House will join me in expressing its strongest solidarity with Shri Jadhav's family. They have shown exemplary courage in difficult circumstances. I can assure that the government will vigorously continue its efforts to ensure Shri Jadhav's safety and well-being, as well as his early return to.
And Rajya Sabha TV has achieved yet another milestone. 3 million people have given thumbs up to Rajya Sabha TV, with 1 million subscribers added in the past 5.5 months. Over 6,000 viewers are subscribing to the channel every day. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has congratulated RSTV. In a Twitter message, he complimented the management, editorial and the technical teams of RSTV for the achievement. And with that good news, we wrap up this edition of Midday News. Thanks for watching.